I had to sum up the last 6 months in 2 words for our family, it would be provision and healing.
God is doing something inside of us.
It's the time to step out and trust God with what He has planned for your life.
I just rejoice. God is so good. He knows what we need. He's got it. And he leads us, He guides us step by step.
I feel like this spring and COVID-19 had the potential to ruin us, so to speak, to make us feel hopeless and disappointed, but the exact opposite has happened.
Jesus is challenging me to always pray and never give up.
There's a verse that talks about God going before us and making the way possible. And I've found this over and over and over again over the years that God is so incredibly good at doing this, where He knows well before we need something, what it is that we need.
Heidi was healed. She has had an egg allergy since she was 6-7 months old. And this summer, she was healed. She can eat anything.
What God's been showing me in my life in the last 6 months is just a new level of trust and just a new level of laying down the plans that I've had.
We have seen God come through in crazy, crazy ways. Dan's work was affected by COVID. He basically had a decreased wage, decreased days of work, and so we were short every single month. We have had every single need and want provided for.
All of us, we can look behind us and we can see that God's got this. He's led us step by step. And you know what? The future is no different.
If we always pray and nothing is happening, and then it's easy for us to give up. But if we do not give up and always pray, that changes everything.
Where there was no possible way on paper in our minds where we thought that things could work out, God absolutely showed up.
God uses it for good. He wants us to just go to the bare bones, and the bare bones really is, do we know Jesus? Are we walking with Him?
I feel like there's a new season of just hope and just trusting God and being obedient with what He's calling, even though it could be very uncomfortable and super new, but trusting God and moving out of this season as personally and as a church, there is hope for the future. No matter how dire things look, He's got us.
And no matter how long this thing's gonna take, we should be believing that God is doing something incredible among us, and He will bring a change.
It's still scary.
But I do know that God's real. He's good. He'll give us what we need. I look forward to see what God's going to do.
The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness.
As I'm looking into the future, I believe that God is growing His church to the point that the gates of hell will not prevail against it.